Okay. Here we go. All right, you guys, happy Tuesday morning. My name is Melanie Shipps, and I'm so excited to be here. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Make sure my volume is okay. And I want to welcome you guys here to the Power Hours. We do 6 a.m. Power Hours all week. We do those Monday through Thursday. If you are brand new here, please drop a 1 below if you are brand new to a Power Hour. Drop a 2 if you are brand new to the business as of the month of March. We want to welcome you. And this is the Dream Team. If you guys did not know, Soulpreneurs and Dream Team have come together. You probably have noticed that on the team page. And so we just want to welcome you guys as a part of these Power Hours. And so if you're unfamiliar with where the Power Hour schedule is, you can go on the Dream Team page. You can not only find this 6 a.m. call because you guys found that because you're here, but there's also other ones too, in case you have people on your team that tell you, you know what? 6 a.m. just isn't going to work for me, especially those on the West Coast. Okay. They're still sleeping. If they're on here, that's amazing. Please say hi in the chat. All right, so what we're going to do today, I have a little tip I would love to share. I always love to bring a tip, something that I'm doing in my business that is working for me. Either it's something that I am learning from my own training I'm doing. I'm in Marie Forleo B School right now. I absolutely love it. I have tons that I am learning, trying to bring to my team, trying to bring to Power Hours. It's so much that it's completely changing my business, really, just the way that I'm communicating to prospects and or the way that I'm trying to show up on social media. But it takes time. Just like anything, I want to encourage you guys that it takes time when you're learning new things, especially if you're new to the industry. All of this is probably brand new and maybe a tad overwhelming at times. The good news, though, is with Savvy, everything is simple here. Thank goodness. Okay. So what our goal is our goal is really truly to bring people to our brand. Right? That's all that we need to do. We need to either find them in our warm market. Those are people that we know. Those are friends and family and or acquaintances. So there's some level of knowing, right? Or there's a cold market and there's a whole pocket of people that we do not know. And we are wanting to communicate with them. And at some level, they are what we consider an ideal client. Okay, so we want to go talk to them. So what I have been doing lately, now I've been in the business since June. I joined in June, and 11, what was it? 11 weeks in, I hit executive in the business. And what I did, simply, you guys, is I hit my warm market. I did not put my phone down. I did a little bit of script when I was new. Because I have been in this industry 8 years. So there is that level of like, I had the experience. So I really didn't train. My sponsor would tell you, it's kind of a funny story, but I never trained. I just put my head down and started working. And she's like, have you even watched this video? Have you done this training? I'm like, no, I don't have time to train. I just have to go talk to people because I really wanted to recoup the cost of my investment. Okay. And so I just talked to everybody that I knew. And I really did a lot of it by holding that phone in my hand up to my face. I did a lot of this, a little bit of this, but a lot of this. Okay. And so it really was talking to people that I love and trust. All right. So they needed to hear that in my voice. And I found that audio messages work great for me personally. I would open it up with a little bit of a text message. All right. But then I would continue it into an audio until I could really get them on the phone if possible. Okay. At that time, people didn't really know that I was doing what I was doing. So I felt like my beginning story was pretty quick, only because I didn't have it blasted all over social media. So there was some element of a mystery of what I was doing. And I also had built, an influence for myself because like I said, I became a top leader in my other company. So I already had people watching me, especially in the state of Indiana. I did a lot here for that business. And when the regionals would come together and want to do events, that was my gig. That was the thing that I loved to do. We could bring people into a room and pull in 300 people, no problem. And we intend to do that here with Savvy too. So I felt like I built some level of an influence and I also built some level of trust. All right. So with that, when I started this business and people caught wind of what I was doing, then they were curious. All right. So whether I had that influence or whether I was brand new and I never had any type of training or experience in direct sales, my approach was the same. All right. But my confidence was unwavering. My posturing was unwavering. And today I can talk in such a way that when I paint the picture for people, and that's exactly what I try to do, once I pique their interest, then I really allow my confidence in this space to lead for me. And the way that I do that, and if you guys have not been doing this, I really encourage you, if you're taking notes right now, real quick, because I do like to do a little bit of training, which I'm doing here, is I would love for you to hop on the info session tonight at 8:30 p.m. Just hop on it. If you have a guest, that's even better. That's what they're intended to be, is for guests. But if you are stuck and you're like, gosh, I wish I knew what to say, then be on info sessions, because if you're on info sessions every night over and over and over, and make sure you're attending different info sessions with different people, then you're going to learn how to not only tell the story, understand the story of Savvy, but you're also going to get it from different perspectives. Now, I will tell you, the info session schedule is changing, not by time, but by presenters. And so we are very, very grateful that we've had all of our top leaders, Melissa Quinn, Lauren Sanigay, Courtney Nine, Jackie Pruitt, Christina Watts. There's tons of people that continue to do these power hours, that they now have these up and coming teams that are amazing. There's so many amazing people. And so now they're stepping back and they're allowing new faces, all right, to lead those calls. And so pay attention to the info session. So if there's somebody you know on your team, maybe they're part of your upline, sideline, sister, or downline, get on those info sessions, be a face, encourage them. I know they're really stepping out of their comfort zone to do those. Some are leading them. This is the first week you'll see of new faces. So be there to try to support them and bring your guests. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do for you guys. Just a simple little thing that I've been doing. I'm now really trying to work my cold market. I still have a warm market. I'm still working my warm market. There are some people that I just know so well that I've been really trying to develop that relationship and get them in the clothing first. Sometimes getting my warm market in clothing. For me, it just depends. My audience, some of my closest girlfriends and or family, have always given me the hard no. Sometimes, and don't feel bad, but my family and friends aren't always the most supportive when I do a business. I did skincare before, and I swear to God, I couldn't even get them to buy an eye cream. It was the weirdest thing. I would get hurt by it, and then I just moved on. And then they eventually tried the eye cream, and then they're like, you're right. And now I'm like, just try the leggings, the sports bras. You got to trust me on this. But, you know, sometimes your warm market, don't get so sidetracked of the nose, just get them in the clothing, get them as a customer first, and then you can always change that conversation. All right. So one of the things that I dropped in my team, I think it was yesterday, was a challenge that I'm doing. It's called a month end challenge. It's really just one thing to try to do for the rest of the month. So we have 10 days as of yesterday. So today you have 9 days to really wrap up your month. Right? So who, by show of hands, if you can even hear me, you might have your head down and muted me, which is good because we are here to work. But if you are listening to me, or drop it in the chat, how many of you are still running for Savvy Shine Points? Drop a big yes in the comments below. Big yes, Savvy Shine Points for the Mexico trip. And who is going to Mexico? Say Mexico in the chat. Would love to see who's all going. All right. If neither one of those are you, okay, so Savvy Shine Points really are for Mexico, right? I really think they're going to hopefully turn that into something just overall in general so we can run for points. But how many of you are actually trying to go for a business partner? Drop a business partner in the chat. You got 9 days to try to get a business partner. And then if you are running for the next 9 days to try to get a customer, drop customer in the chat. And if you're trying to go for 5 customers, that's great. Put 5 customers. Whatever it is you're running for, I want to see that. Also, I saw a happy birthday in the chat real quick. Sometimes when I talk, I'm not looking. I get real sidetracked. Okay, let's see. Welcome, Lacey. Okay. Oh, happy birthday, Elizabeth. Fun. It's awesome. Oh, Elizabeth Dent. Okay, happy birthday. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to teach you guys something, all right? It's just something that I'm personally doing. Like I said, it is a cold market thing, and it is utilizing some tools that we have at our fingertips that you may or may not know. Your upline leaders may have brought this to you. If not, no big deal. I haven't seen any formal training come out from corporate, but this is a little bit of formal training for you. Then you guys can duplicate that into your teams and let them know of this amazing tool that's right at your fingertips. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to have you open your phone. If you're on this power hour on your phone, it's okay, just slide to the left, I think, and open up the Savvy Share app. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this. All right, you're going to get the home screen. That's what you're going to get. I don't know if you can see that, but there's your home screen, Savvy Share app. Okay, so on that home screen, right in the middle, you're going to see an add, share, and enroll button. Okay, so go in the middle, click share, and you're going to see these boxes that pop up. All right, the second one down is going to say share. I want you to click share. And just kind of scroll up and down. I want you to be familiar with what's in there. But what we're wanting to do is we're wanting to click on that intro box. And there's 2 videos here, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about how this works and how amazing Savvy is working behind the scenes at a constant pace for you guys. Anson Ashby, who is Jen Ashby's husband, is working consistently on IT platforms for us, always trying to make things right, and be encouraged by that. So just so you know, if for some reason you do have IT issues, you guys bring those to support. They're listening and they're trying to fix that as much as possible when needed. So I mentioned that because they're working on this behind the scenes. There are these videos that have been fully embedded in the app that at your fingertips you can share. And you guys, the coding on this is incredible. Now, I'm a little bit of an IT geek, kind of. So I geek out on this kind of stuff, which is why as soon as we have formal trainings, I wouldn't mind to volunteer and do one. So what we're going to do is that intro video. It's the second one down. I want you to click it. Go ahead and click on that. What's going to happen is your contacts are going to pop up. Now, you may not have any contacts at all, and that's okay. I think you can put yourself in as a contact, and you can kind of test drive this yourself as a contact. So what you're going to do now, I'm going to click on Melanie Shipps, all right? And when I do, this box pops up. And it has 3 circles. The first circle to the left is going to be so that you can text this to somebody. The middle circle is going to be so that you can actually email this to somebody. And that last circle is so that you can share that link to social media. All right. So in this instance for that video, I can actually take that last circle. That's what I've been using, the last circle for social media, because I am going to be dropping this into Messenger. You can actually edit that language. So if you want to edit that to say anything that you want, I think the language they have in there is great, but just know that you can edit that template. So this language right now says, give this a quick look and let me know what you think. And it is a link to that video, okay? Now you're going to test drive that yourself. If you don't mind on this call, let's just kind of test drive it together. You're going to hit share. And depending on the phone that you have, I have an iPhone, you might have an Android. But this is where you can either text message, you can email, you can go ahead and throw it in Messenger. In this example, I'm just going to hit text message. And the reason that I'm going to hit text message for no other reason than just for this example is so that I can copy and paste. I'm going to select all here. Okay, select all, and I'm going to copy. Okay, now my phone has it. All right, so wherever I take that, I can drop that in Facebook Messenger. I can drop that in Instagram Messenger. I can drop that in texting, but I've got it. It's all copied. Okay, so now I've got this really cool video that they can watch, right? So I want you to go ahead and text that to yourself, just so you guys can see how this works. Okay, texting it to myself. Okay, give it a second, you'll get a text message. There it is. All right. So in my phone is the video. All right. Right here. Oops. Come here. Not yet. Come here. Okay. It has the message right here, the text message of whatever you typed, or if you use the template language, and then it's got the video. All right. When you click on that video, so I'm the prospect, I'm looking at this video. On my screen is that actual video. All right. That video is only 1 minute and 40 seconds. It gives them a glimpse into Savvy. It's very professionally done. I love it. It's just a teaser. And then right below that, they can click the Learn More button. Keep in mind, all this is hyperlinked back to your personal link. So anything they click in the app, if they do go shop and or enroll as a business partner, as a brand partner with you, it will all be underneath you. Okay, so this is all fully embedded to be under you. So if they want to learn more, here's another almost 9-minute video of what's been put together by corporate for us. It's pretty amazing. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out yourself. And then if they want to learn more, the next step button, they can click and they go ahead and do a little 5-minute video more about Savvy. And here's your starter packs right there, fully embedded for them. Okay. So if they want to enroll, boom, there's a little enroll now button. Pretty cool, right? All of that work is done for you. So I have some language that I'm using. I have no problem. I will drop it in the chat. I can share with you what that is that I'm doing with my cold market. All right. So I'm going to read to you guys real quick what I put on my team page. This is verbatim on my team page. If you guys are leaders and running team pages, feel free to do it with your team. I think it's a neat challenge that you can get people quick wins in the business. Okay. So number one, you're going to make a list of 10 things you love that you can talk about on social media that could attract your ideal clients. Okay. This could include your profession, your family, your pets, sports, working out, cooking, wine, gardening, traveling, do-it-yourself, home improvement, camping, boating, home decor, whatever it is. There's a long list. Make a list of 10. All right. All right. Second, come up with a list of popular hashtags for each of those 10 topics. I'm going to drop this, so don't worry about writing. I'm going to drop it. You can copy and paste. Okay. Number 3, because I am recording, I am saying this quick. So if you are catching the recording, you might have to pause, write, and do. Okay. Number 2 is come up with a list of popular hashtags for each of those 10 topics. Number 3, all right, you're going to go over to Instagram and type in that hashtag in the search bar. All of the posts with that hashtag will pop up. You're going to start clicking on those images to see if that person meets the profile of your ideal client. And you can do this on Facebook too, but just keep in mind that Instagram has been created. That's where the whole hashtagging really started. And hashtagging, because Instagram and Facebook are the same company, you can do hashtagging on Facebook as well, but it is not as effective. The bigger platform for hashtagging is Instagram. Okay. All right. Number 4, make sure to qualify your people when you're going after cold prospects. Okay, this is something that is very, very important. And the way that you can qualify people on Instagram is ensure that they are in the United States right now, because we are only sharing in the United States. Number 2, that they have a public profile, which means that their images, their pictures, you can see them on their account. If the account is private, it will say account is private. They have less than 10,000 followers. So I'm typically looking at around people that have between 5,000 and 9,000 followers at the most. Okay. And they do not rep another athleisure line. People that do like to know, that's okay. I have a lot of people I'm talking to through like to know, which means that they're just fashion influencer, where you can hyperlink to the things that they wear and you can purchase. They do make income. But I will have you know, we could do a whole training on that. Like to know makes a very small percentage on what they pimp out on their Instagram page. We make 25% profit, which we can definitely compete with what they're doing. Okay. All right. Number 5, you're going to private message the person to see if they would like to take a look at Savvy. Now I'm going to drop that language in the chat. That language is, hi, Hannah. I love your content and your confidence in this space. Super inspiring. I can tell that you really want to be a person of value in your network. And then you can add anything else there that you would like. Sometimes I say I'm also in Indiana. So I've been really looking at a lot of Indiana people because I want to build my market here. The rest of the language is, the reason I wanted to reach out to you is because I'm looking to partner with other entrepreneurial men and women to help launch this new active wear lifestyle company, currently in pre-launch, that may align well with what you're already doing. Think Lululemon and Anthropologie, but at a nicer price point. Might be for you, might not be for you, but I would love to share more with you. Are you open to adding other opportunities to your brand that would fit seamlessly into what you're currently doing? If so, I can send you a video to watch to learn more. Okay. If they say yes, that's when I take that link that I copied from Savvy Share and I drop that. Okay. That first one, you can just drop that. Okay. And then I audio message this. This is what I say in audio message, because at this point, I've got their attention. They want to learn more. Now I'm selling me. I'm the face of Savvy, but at this point I take over. I'm selling me. All right. So you want to show up with posturing, confidence that what you have in your hand truly could change their life. Okay. So that you want to function from that place. Okay. And so that's when I come in with an audio message and I say, great, I'm excited to share this with you. I'm going to send you a super short video that I mentioned, and it's only 1.5 minutes. It's going to give you a glimpse of our company, our incredible community and clothing. If you want to learn more after that, simply click more at the bottom of the screen and it will give you more information. I will check back with you. If I send it this morning, I'm going to say I'm going to check back with you this evening. Sound good? Okay. That's when you're going to go in your Savvy app, grab that link and send it. If they say no, and I'm going to drop this language too, I know this is long, you say no worries at all. Thank you for your response. If you happen to change your mind, feel free to reach back out to me, drop your personal link and your share code. Move on. Next person. Remember, this is a cold market, you guys. You do not know these people. You are going to get a lot of people that don't even look at your message, especially if you don't have that connection where you don't follow them, they don't follow you. It will sit in an inbox that they may never see. Okay. But just keep moving. Okay. Here's the good part though. If you happen to go to somebody that, let's just say they have 9,000 followers and they say no thank you and they get back to you, then even when they say no thank you, I drop my link, right? Because you never know. People do like to fish. They do like to look. But then I go into their network, all right? And I start to look at their posts that got a lot of traction. And I scroll down and I look at their friends. And I start to see if there's any of their friends that might fit the profile of who I'm looking for my ideal client, okay? So if they're not going to bring Savvy to their network, I will, okay? And sometimes it just takes one of their friends doing it, you guys, to wake up and say, oh my gosh, one of my best friends is doing this now. And that best friend of theirs could be on your team now, right? Does that make sense? So if their best friend's doing it, they might be more apt to look at what their best friend is doing. And that person may end up on your team after all, okay? Because of the relationship that they have with their best friend, okay? All right, and the last thing, if you have not been on my power hours before, I have taught before and I'll teach you real quick, is that when you are in Instagram and you are on an image, on the bottom right-hand corner is a little bookmark. You can actually take that picture and save it into a collection. And you can create a collection called Savvy Prospects, so that when you do show up on power hours just like this, and you have a little bit of time to work your business, right now, as soon as I get done talking, I'm going to go over to my collections and I'm going to start reaching out to all those people that are tagged into my Savvy Prospect list. And I can knock out 10 in no time. I can coach a call like this, I can lead a power hour, and I can still get 10 reach outs done by 7 a.m. this morning. Okay, it's that simple. Right? Ta-da! All right, that's a lot. I know I recorded this, so you guys, I can drop that recording if you're interested for sure. But for those of you guys that are on my live calls, I do drop a lot of tips and tools and language, which makes it easier for you. So right now I'm going to go over to the chat and drop all of this. Feel free to share it with your team and get your team into action, because the true way to win in this business, you guys, as you know, is consistency and helping your team members get wins. And you can do that by simply sharing a small little script. You can even take a condensed version of this and just get into activity. Okay. All right, let's get to work. This first drop of language is my entire 10 steps. So if you want to copy and paste that and throw it on your team page, if you have one, great, go do that. And then individually in the language, I'm going to drop that too. So you can simply take that and start running with it. Okay. All right. Here's the first drop. Hopefully it lets me. Uh, this happened yesterday. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. I got a solution. Always have a solution. When in doubt, Google Forms to the rescue. Google Documents, I mean. I'll create a Google Doc. It's even easier for you guys to share, right? Okay. Okay, here we go. Share. Okay, I just created a Google Doc. So Court, if you want to post it to Dream Team, feel free by any means, if it helps you guys. And then that was weird. It let me do that link, but it wouldn't. Okay. This. Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. There's step 1 through 4. Weird.
That's awesome, Melanie. I'll post it when I post the recording. If you want to send me the recording later, I'll post with the recording and be able to shout you out all in one.
Thanks, Katie. I was just talking to myself. Good heavens, I'm sweating over here. My coffee's hot. I can't copy and paste. Almost overslept.